Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ameerah. I'm so excited for this tutorial because I will be creating this look you see here, and this is my drugstore prom makeup tutorial. I wanted to do a drugstore look for prom because I feel like there is a lot of pressure on young women to shell out all this money in order to have this flawless look, and a lot of the makeup makeup looks that you see in these prom pictures and prom posts on Instagram and what have you can really be done using drugstore products. You don't necessarily have to go to MAC, you don't necessarily have to go to Sephora and break the bank in order to have a really beautiful look on your special prom day. So I wanted to use drugstore products and products that were also have a drugstore price. For this particular video, I wanted to use NYX because NYX is one of my favorite drugstore brands. I think they have a really good quality for the price point that you're paying for NYX. And all of the products that you see here, I think I only used 2 products that weren't NYX, but everything else is completely NYX, and I wanted to just show you guys a different alternative than your typical $100 makeup tutorial for a prom look. So if you're interested in seeing how I got this look, keep watching, and if you are not subscribed already, make sure you start off with the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, and this is in the shade Pure Gold. I wanted to do a gold look because I feel like that's a pretty popular either accent color or overall color for these youngins on their prom. So I'm just going to start off with this as a primer. By the way, I already set my eyes with the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and I set it with their Mineral Set It Don't Fret It Matte Setting Powder, well, finishing powder. So I'm all prepped on my eyes. I'm going to go in with this smoky palette. I'm going to first start out with this white color. And now I'm going to go in with the Highlight and Contour Pro palette by NYX, and I'm going to use this shade here, this sort of really kind of skin tone color, brown, really good color for a transition, and I'm going to use this as my transition shade. Unfortunately, none of my NYX products have mirrors, so I'm just using this matte compact, but I will not be using any MAC products in this video. For the statement color on the lids, I'm going to go in with the Sephora Single Shadow. I don't know the name right now. It'll be in the description box. But even though Sephora is not a drugstore makeup brand, they are very inexpensive. This shadow itself is only $5, so it does have a drugstore price. So that's why I thought it would be okay to use it in this video. And I'm just going to pack this color on my brush, and I'm going to put it over that white shadow that we put down first. I want to add some depth into the eye, so I'm going to work this deepest shade in the Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I'm going to use that as a outer crease shade and just create some depth there. And I'll probably go back and forth with this, between this and the gold, until I'm satisfied with the blend, but I want some definition on that outer crease. I'm going to mix the brown from the Highlight and Contour Pro palette in with just like a few swipes of this black out of the smoky palette. I don't want it to be extremely black, but I kind of want it a little deeper than the color of just the brown on its own, so I'm just going to lightly work that in as well. Next, I'll be using NYX Lid Lacquer in Clear. I kind of want to put some gloss over the gold. I'm just going to do this old school and just put a little bit on my finger, probably put some excess off. I just love the idea of glossy lids. I know people think that it's not really practical, but I feel like for your prom, this is something that, you know, you can look a little more who wants to be practical basically on their prom. So I'm just going to pat this on just the gold part. I'm gonna leave the eyes as is now, and I'm gonna go in with my NYX Total Control Drop Foundations, and these are in the shade Cappuccino and Golden. And haven't used these in a little while because I want to save them, but this is a really good drugstore foundation. And I have my little NYX foundation brush. This is the brush that they recommend with this foundation, so I usually do like 2 drops of each. This is probably the part that I dislike the most because I don't like the idea of this running down my face, but I'm gonna work this in first and then go in with concealer. I'm now going to go in with my NYX HD concealers, and I'm using shades 7 and 6.5. I'm going to mix these, of course, and I ended up just ordering these because I knew I wanted to do an all NYX look, and these colors are like so hard to find in stores, ridiculous. I wish the wand was a little fuller, like a little wider, but coverage wise is doing pretty good. I'm gonna go in with the other shade, but I'm gonna let this just sit on my face for a little while so it can sort of thicken up and give me a really good coverage. Of course, for a prom or any special occasion, you want a really good coverage concealer. To contour, I'm gonna first use a concealer as well, and this is the NYX HD concealer in 8.2. I'm just going to use this just to map out my contour and then blend it out. I'm going to set my under eye highlight now with the Set It Don't Fret It matte finishing powder, and I believe this comes in a shade, I don't see the shade right now, it'll be, I want to say this is medium because it's kind of tinted, but I'll have it in the description box below. I'm going to go in with the Highlight and Contour Pro palette again, and I'm going to use this skin tone shade to just fluff over that powder just to bring color back into the face and get rid of the white cast. For a little bit more depth, I'm going to go in with the powder contour out of this palette, and I'm going to lightly brush this on top of the cream contour. I just want a little more shadow. I'm going to get back into the eyes now, and I'm going to use this same smoky palette, and I'm just going in with this black again, and I'm just going to take a pencil brush and work this in on my waterline. I'm just going in with that same color, and I'm just bringing it out a little bit, smoking it out just a little bit more so towards the outer part of the eye to make the eye look a little bit bigger, and working just a little bit of that onto the top to create a smoky wing. For mascara, I'm going to go in with NYX Doll Mascara, and it's my first time using this as well, but the wand really reminded me of the Too Faced Better Than Sex wand. It kind of has that sort of weird hourglass wand look to it, so I'm hoping that it'll give me the same or even better lash payoff. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with this NYX bronzer, and this is in Dark Tan. For finishing powder, I'm going to go in with the NYX No Filter finishing powder, and this is in deep golden. For blush, I'm going to go in with this Morphe palette, and I'm going to use this really pretty sort of, almost looks kind of dupe-ish for MAC's Raisin. I featured this in my April favorites video. Very inexpensive, this blush palette, and this is the 9-in blush palette by Morphe. For lips, I'm going to go in with the NYX lip liner Nutmeg, and the color I'm doing for the lips really doesn't match this, but sometimes I just like to go in with a liner just to provide a outline of where not to go over. So I'm not really using this for color payoff. I'm just using this as a guideline. For lips, I'm going to go in with NYX Liquid Suede Liquid Lipstick, and this is in Kitten Heels. This is the size that I got from the Vault collection when they were selling the entire Liquid Suede line, and I love this size for a prom lip. In case you have to reapply, this is something that can fit into any purse that you're wearing or any type of accessory, and it won't take up a lot of space. So I like this color, but I think it's a little too competitive with the eyes. So I'm just going to work in a second shade by NYX as well, and this is from their Liquid Suede line as well, and this is Cherry Skies. It's a pretty deeper red. I just want it to be a little toned down. Finally, to finish the look, I'm going to go in with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. So guys, this is the finished look. I hope you like it as much as I do. This is something that I've really been wanting to do for a couple of weeks now, and before it got to June, I wanted to make sure I had a prom look up, and it was really important for me to do an affordable prom look because not everybody just has money like that, or their parents have money like that to just be shelling out money for a dress and limo, or you know, whatever kids are into these days as far as prom, and really making it as elaborate as possible. I just wanted to give you guys an alternative that if you are going on prom or a special occasion, that you can definitely do your own makeup and it can look as appropriate and as upscale as anybody else that may be there that may have went to MAC or Sephora to get their makeup done. If you're doing sort of a classic look like I did, I kind of just did a gold eye red lip, and I just did it a little bit of a twist by adding a little bit of drama on the bottom with just smoking out the black a little bit. Put your own twist on classic looks if you want to do something a little more simplistic, and also play up your accessories or just really add things to your outfit that will let your outfit do the talking if you're not really into makeup that much. I just wanted to just give you guys a different option during this time of year where it can be a lot of pressure to spend money in order to look good, and you don't have to break your bank to look good on your special day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.